Christy asks, how did your leeks do last year? You planted in the square foot garden method, and the answer is they did okay. And the reason why they did okay, leeks, I think it's like 9 per square foot is what you need to have.
And we were better off with the 4.
4 per square foot because the stems were able to bulk up and actually do better. Now, the ones that we did 9 per square feet, they did fine, but they just didn't get as bulky because they were too close to one another, and they competed for nutrients. So go 4 per square foot on your leeks, and you will be fine.
Ruth wants to know, is there anything I can use that will really kill thistles in my veggie garden? I've been digging them; it only gets worse. I don't want to destroy the soil. I don't want to use anything super harmful. Biosafe.net. It offers a diverse array of eco-friendly products to support all facets of plant life. So if you save 10% on your next order using coupon code TWVG at checkout.
And we use it, and I used it the other day. We had some grass growing up in the garden. It's been really wet. I can't get in there and dig the roots out like I want to. So I took and mowed it down and sprayed it with the recommended rate of Biosafe, killed that back, and we're going to cardboard mulch it and plant our tomatoes in that area. It works very well, as well as spot spray thistles in the yard. It works really good on that. So TWVG at checkout at biosafe.net, save 10%. And they also have environmentally friendly cleaning products for your house as well. What's our next question?
You can ask it.
I found worms in my containers. I didn't put them there. You said in a video that do not add worms to your container. Should I remove them?
No, that's okay. So worms sometimes find their way into containers, whether through the drainage holes or if it's near a garden bed or whatnot.
The eggs in which the soil you put in?
Right. So if they're in there and they're moving around, they're doing their thing, they're okay. They're not going to overpopulate their area. You could always put some leaves around the top of that to feed them. Otherwise, you can just leave them as is. Yeah,
and the bigger the container, the better, but do not add worms. If nature wants them there, they will go there. I have a question about putting an egg in the hole when you plant your tomatoes. Have you heard of this? Why do people do this, and should I do this?
Okay, well, the premise is it's used as a fertilizer because there's some...
They're putting the whole egg physically in the bottom of the hole at the time of planting.
So I wouldn't do it. The egg will smell as it rots. Animals can dig it up. The shell will not break down for this year's growing season to feed the plant. Just use an all-balanced fertilizer. If you want to use your egg shells, Joey, how do you use your egg shells?
You dry them out in the microwave for about a minute and then pulverize them to a powder, and then you can include them into your compost pile, and or at the time of planting you can mix them in the soil. And the eggshell is calcium, which is a micronutrients of which the plant needs. And in a powdered form, it will break down to a point where the microbial life is able to break it down even more for the plant to uptake it during this particular growing season. If you was to just take the eggshell, crumple it, and throw it in the hole, the eggshell is going to take about 18 months to break down to a usable form of calcium. So it serves you no purpose in that. You could just throw it in your compost pile if you wanted to, but don't just use the egg for breakfast. Don't put the egg in the bottom of the hole at the time of planting. It's going to cause rodents and animals to get in there and dig it up. Use Dr. Earth and follow the recommended rates on the back of the package. What vegetables do you recommend to grow that would be very good in very sandy soil? Well, first you want to continue to build up your soil by adding organic matter, compost, shredded leaves, chemical-free, seed-free grass clippings to build that top layer of soil up. If you're growing in very sandy soil, it's going to take more water. Nutrients is going to drain through the soil quicker because it doesn't retain the moisture as well. But some good things you can grow are beets, carrots, radishes, herbs like rosemary, sage, thyme, oregano. Onions are good based on the right time of year. Garlic is good if you're going to grow it in the fall or early in the spring. Potatoes work well. Perennial bed of asparagus is good, as well as turnips. And that's just a few of many different vegetables. But again, we want to build and work that soil up so we can grow more fertile plants and get more nutrient-dense soil and nutrient-dense plants. How warm does the soil need to be in order to plant carrots? Well, 45 degrees minimum soil temperature consistency, and carrots do well in the fall and the spring. Typically take about 70 days to reach maturity. And to get a better germination rate on your carrots, plant them and cover them with a board or cardboard for 21 days. That will give time for the seed to absorb the moisture around the soil and germinate better. We have many videos on our website how to grow great carrots. Just go to the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com and search carrot planting, and you'll increase your germination rate by over 80% by doing it. Next question is from Jackie in Philadelphia. How effective is weed barrier in your garden, and should I put irrigation underneath it? So we're going to go out to Ben Bartlett. He is from Standard Process Farms. Standard Process is your trusted whole food supplement manufacturer for over 90 years. To help identify the best supplements for you, find your local healthcare professional today. Go to standardprocess.com/patient.
This is Ben Bartlett from the Standard Process Organic Farm. Today we've got a question from Jackie in Philadelphia. I'd like to know how effective weed barrier is, and should they be putting drip irrigation underneath of it? Weed barriers are a great way to help control weeds and warm up the soil in the spring. What's changed over the years is now that there's 7 or 8 different colors to choose from when you go to select a weed barrier cloth. Black is still the most common, does the best job at warming up the soil, and probably the best job at keeping weeds down as well. But red works actually the best for tomatoes and peppers, and blue can work the best for growing melons. If you use the plastic carefully, put it down, pull it back up in the fall, it can be used for several seasons, which saves you a little bit of money. Adding drip irrigation underneath it is a great idea because when you put plastic over the top, of course, the rain or the overhead irrigation can't get to the soil where the plants are, so you want to be able to control the moisture underneath those plants. Good luck with weed control. Good luck using your weed barrier cloth.
For more information, please visit theWisconsinVegetableGardener.com.